You're not meant to be in here.
McButter just subscribed for 3 months in a row and wanted to say heyo, hope y'all are doing well.
Hello and welcome back to the stream. Thank you so much for being here. I'm back. We're going to play a little bit of Destiny. Not a whole lot, admittedly. We're not going to be going at it for too much because I think today's mostly going to be a Deadlock stream, but I do want to see what's new. Of course, it's reset. Also, before we get too much into it, thank you so much, JMac, for the resub. Appreciate it. Can't wait for the next episode. Titans be eating good soon enough. Yeah, man. I heard about the Titan stuff. It's interesting to hear. I'm curious how it's going to work out. But I don't know. It's hard to be. I hate to be pessimistic about it, but it's like about time. About time we got some actual real differences between the classes in the Destiny franchise. I don't know. Very enthusiastic today. It seems. Yeah, I'm in a good mood. Makes sense. Yeah. I also hope it goes well. I've been so here. Let me go and transition over. I uh I've been so, on the fence with so much Destiny stuff, admittedly. I think everybody kind of has. And I won't lie if there's a certain part of me that's like, you know what, maybe it's just better if the whole franchise goes under so we can all just move on from this. But I don't know. There's also another part of me that's like I've kind of built my whole uh I guess career off of Destiny and I've seen the decline from my own success just because the game has not been going well either. I don't know. It's rough. It's rough stuff. And plus I just miss playing the game and actually enjoying it. Nowadays I feel like whenever I play I'm not having a great time. So I've been trying to really limit the amount I'm playing just so I can at least try to enjoy that little bit. Quick transition over. There we go. Alright, well, let's see. No pop-ups as we load in. Is there no bonus reputation this week? No, dude. I need Gambit rep. I gotta farm Gambit at some point. Has reset not happened? No, it has. Okay. I was gonna say, man, that's really weird. There's no pop-ups at all as we load in. I think I'll pass on that helmet. I'll see what the Titan and Warlock helmets look like. Oh boy, an ornament for a weapon I don't have yet. One of the only exotics I don't have? If potentially the only exotic I don't have. That's cool looking. I don't know how much I really care for it though anyway. Usually the first ornament they release for a new exotic is not that great, so it's just better to wait for the next one. Plus I have not heard a single thing about this build being like mega viable or anything. It's been kind of mid. Decent damage, but like not really the most incredible. I just don't know how you'd really fit into a damage rotation properly. Unless maybe it's like or not a mobility, but ability. If it's like an ability damage rotation and you spam out some like auto loading rockets and then swap to it, then like if it's the in between for the abilities, like when your abilities aren't up, you use them and then you swap to the linear. I don't know. That's about all I can really think of, but I'm sure some people are build crafting with it. But the fact that I haven't heard much about it just probably means that yeah, it's not much. Dude, come on. I need Rift, man. There's a seasonal challenge for doing Rift, and I think it was only available for like 1 week, man. It's getting silly. It was so long ago now. At this rate, I don't think it's coming back. Oh well. But there aren't any new ones, so we can finally start getting caught up on a lot of these. Uh, let's check out what's available. First of all, weekly GM is Inside Terminus. Okay, not terrible. That's Kargan, right? So that one's pretty farmable. I still have a lot of GMs I haven't even done this season. I just hope it's a weapon I actually care about this week, so I can finally get my Conqueror gilded and farm out whatever weapon. Of course, the only one I really need new rolls of is Shadow Price, and even then, it's literally just I want a Volt Shot roll, even though I know the gun itself isn't very good. I want a Volt Shot roll, just because I like the gun model and I want to be able to use it. But if it doesn't have anything worthwhile, I wouldn't use it. But Volt Shot's like the one thing where it's like, okay, this is redeeming enough. But I don't think it's going to be Shadow Price. I think that was like 2 weeks ago, so I missed my chance. We'll see, though. Yeah, it's Warden's Law. That's too bad. I might just do it this week anyway. I don't suppose they're going in any kind of order, are they? Last week it was the Slammer. And this week is Warden's Law. What's up, Yelena? Long time no see, my brother.
What do you think?
I don't know, I'm looking at that. Not a terrible roll, actually, but I don't know anybody who would ever use false promises in PvP. Overflow Elemental? I mean, with the way the ammo works these days, maybe you can actually proc Overflow in PvP. But even then, I don't know how much I would really care. Everything else is kind of mid.
Make us proud.
There's not anything here, is there? No.
You're not meant to be in here.
Hey.
It's ELNRR just subscribed for 10 months in a row and wanted to say been a long time, but I hope everything is going alright with you, D.
Yeah. Everything's going good, man. Thanks for dropping by and giving the sub. I appreciate it. Man, we got lots of people dropping in today. That's so nice. On a Tuesday? People being here? People existing in my live stream? It's crazy, man. What is it, like 2 p.m.? It's not even 3 p.m. today. I mean, it's almost 3 p.m. Tweaking on a Tuesday. Yeah, dude, it's Tweaking Tuesday. How could I forget? Come on, Tingled Rest and New Monarchy Succession. Not bad shaders, especially these two here, but nothing I don't have already. Alright, well, yeah, that's it, I guess, for checking to see what's new. Ace is still deciding on whether we evac or not. I thought you were making a joke for a second, but then I remembered that you're literally like in the Air Force. I was like, I tried to decipher what joke that could possibly mean, and I was like, oh no, you literally mean you mean it. Bro, Rhetoric of No playing King of Kinks, bro. The hell? I don't know what that game is, but it definitely sounds like a porn game. I'm calling out my friend there. Just sending out a. Is it worth playing D2 again? Not yet. I will say, new expansion, really, really good, but general morale around the game right now is very bad. I would not play. I would maybe wait. Maybe this new episode will bring people back, but I am skeptical. Honestly, I've been trying to find as much time to do other things other than Destiny. And in fact, I'm kind of thinking I should just go ahead and swap over to Deadlock right now. But we'll see about that. So I don't know. Stay posted. Maybe try the new stuff if you care about the storyline. But otherwise, I would hold out for maybe something better in the future. That's the conclusion of that. So if that's all you're asking about. They haven't changed any of this in a while, have they? I don't think there's anything here I need really. Nah. Same old, same old. Yeah, okay. Well, yeah, maybe this week I will Guild Conquer, even if it's just Warden's Law that I'd be getting from it. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm not super keen on it. I don't really feel like doing it right now. Maybe... Maybe Poyo. I do need to get Guardian rank up. We're actually doing pretty good on seasonal triumphs. I said before that I was gonna give up on doing those, but I mean, look at this. I was just grinding other stuff out, and I'm already at 52 out of 70. That's not bad, man. If there's another catch 1 billion fish or whatever, I'm not doing it. But like, if there's just like a few more to do when I'm done with everything else, I might actually just grind these out. Especially since the episode's gonna be around for a while after the next episode comes. I assume. Maybe that's not true. I really hope that is true though, because there are things I still need to do for a little while. Oops. Okay. We'll do a little bit since I went through all the effort of starting the stream and opening up Destiny and all that stuff. We'll do a little bit of stuff, but I really do just want to play Deadlock today, so I don't want to take too long. We'll do some stuff. I still need to finish this, but it's super boring. it's really not good. I think it's kind of a detriment to the Legend title. I mean, it's such a shame. 10-year anniversary, you know. Most of this stuff is like fine, but then like these two are just so grindy and not even in a good way. It's like who couldn't get this if they just spent the time for it? But I think what we'll do is we'll just do like 3 strikes. Actually, you know what? I wanna know if you can farm out the thing now faster than you could before. You know, actually, I think Deadeye requires you to use the seasonal weapon, right? Yeah, and then that's Gambit. Vanguard and Crucible, okay. So maybe we'll try to grind that out. Do that at the same time as the Legend title thingy. So we'll do those two. Maybe not get all of this one completed, but we'll do that while we do maybe these 2 for the Legend title. Try to get those done. I think that'd be a good goal for today. Something simple, something small. You know, it's nothing too big, nothing too crazy, but it'll work. I do kind of like how this SMG looks. It's my first time using it. Feels alright. I don't know. It's not great. It's a little bouncy. Especially when you hip fire. But, I mean, you know. What can you expect, really? I think that's the one we need. Yeah, so if you didn't know, the Legend title that they added, which is, you know, the 10-year anniversary title for, you know, Destiny's 10-year anniversary and all, one of the things you're supposed to do is come to this particular area and farm out legendary engrams. Or just any engrams, really. Which has been a terrible part of the Triumph, because the spawn rate of enemies is very low, and with all players trying to do it when it first came out, nobody was getting any spawns at all in these engrams. And you can't even open up Grasp of Avarice to do that and get engrams there solo, because Grasp doesn't count. So it's just like, it's been like the worst thing. So, you know, big surprise, Bungie doing something that the community's not very happy about. I don't know. And you can see there's a strategy where people are literally just going over here, killing this one ogre, and then reloading into this instance, or reloading into the area, trying to get a new instance for it. So if you sit here long enough, you'll eventually have just random people hop in, ride their Sparrow over to that little spot to kill that ogre, and then realize the ogre's not spawning because it died like 2 minutes ago and it hasn't respawned yet. But you can also see that apparently they upped the spawn rate of stuff here for the time being, which is very nice. It helps out a lot, but like, it kind of sucks. I don't know. It's just, it's kind of like, the problem wasn't, oh, the spawn rate's not good enough, or, oh, you know, the grass stuff. Like, that's like, it's like additional annoyance of like, yeah, you know, I kind of wish they were better about it. But like, why was this a part of the triumph, or why was this a triumph for the seal anyway? What's the point of this specific area when clearly the reference is supposed to be to, you know, the pile of bones here in the cave, the loot cave, it's very clearly an homage to the D1 loot cave, where people would sit AFK and shoot bullets into that cave and kill things for free, and they'd just periodically drop engrams, and you could literally do that AFK and stuff. And it became so infamous. It was like the most famous thing about Destiny for the longest time back in D1. It's like, if I talk to people about Destiny, like, hey, I like this game called Destiny, that's the one thing they knew. The only thing they knew. They're like, isn't that the game where you could like AFK and shoot into a cave? I'm like, yeah, but they patched it out. Like, I didn't even do that because it was already patched up by the time I heard about it. There we go. There's our first engram to actually drop. I wonder how many kills you have on the SMG for them. We have 23 kills with the SMG before we finally got one engram. That's huge. This is going great. Also, any engrams you get from public events, any engrams you get from any chests you happen to open, none of those count. None of that counts at all. It has to be an engram that pops out of an enemy. Which again is fine, but things don't even spawn from the loot cave anymore. Nothing spawns from here. It's just a random cave that exists now. And it doesn't have anything at all. Whee! But yeah, they definitely upped the spawn rate of stuff here, so that's a little better. It still doesn't really alleviate the core problem, which is why... Like, okay, the question is, why was this a triumph in the first place? And the answer is, oh, it's because of the loot cave. Okay, but like, if it's a reference to the loot cave, then why not make the loot cave a thing, just for like a little bit? You know, like why not make the loot cave actually functional? Because it's not even open anymore. I mean, it's very clearly one of those things where it's like probably somebody thought like, oh, that'd be fun, wouldn't it? And then they got fired, so now they have to be like, whoever was left over is like, oh, what do we do for this seal? What do we do for the seal? What about the loot cave? What happened to the loot cave? And they're like, oh yeah, it's that one cave there. Yeah, it was this area in the Skywatch, and that's like the only thing they remembered is like it's an area in the Skywatch, and you just sit there and kill enemies, and it would spawn engrams over and over. Oh, we'll have a triumph related to that. Completely forgetting the fact that Loot Cave doesn't exist anymore. Like it's a spot, but it doesn't spawn anything anymore. So like the entire reference is just bunk. And you would only really know about it at this point now is if you've played at the time. And even then, I didn't even immediately put two and two together. I was like, oh, I guess like you know, they want you to go to one of the earlier areas in Destiny 1. I don't know. It doesn't really make sense. I didn't even make the connection to the loot cave because I'm not sitting here farming the loot cave. I'm sitting here running around killing anything I can. You know? Very different experience. Oh, the ogre's up. And he killed it immediately instead of waiting for me. Thanks, buddy. Really appreciate that. Well, we got a public event, so maybe things will be spawning like crazy.
Looks like it's going to touch down nearby.
Maybe you can't say it. Also, stream is muted for me since I'm at work. Yeah. Well, thanks for dropping by anyway, Neepatron, even though you can't really hear me say that. I wish there was like better closed captioning for streams. It'd be really nice. I tried to get some to work, but I think the problem was that it required it to be an overlay, but I could only really have one. You can only have like one overlay at a time, and I already had like the Destiny overlay. So I couldn't do that and have closed caption. And I was like, well, I don't know. I kind of weighed my options for it, and it just didn't really seem as viable, unfortunately. I thought that would one-shot it. I guess not. Perfect. Engrams looted still at 40%. I haven't gotten a second engram to fall at all. Also, yeah, because Bungie loves the number 7, they made it so that you only get 7% for every engram that you get. I think prime engrams count for more, but those are even rarer of a drop, so like, when the hell are you going to get those? So yeah, it's like the worst possible system you could possibly have for something like this. Really frustrating. A lot of the community has just given up on this. There we go. Heroic event. Huge. So big. Whee! Oh, that's the big guy. Hello, big guy. Just do that, I guess. There we go. doesn't matter. Give me the chest. You. That guy's immediately going over to kill the ogre that spawns in there. Bro, actually died to the ogre in here? Something wrong with you, buddy. Bro's a guardian rank 10 and died to an ogre in the overworld. Dude, I don't know. This is getting exhausting already. Dude, I haven't gotten an engram in so long, man. Come on. I might just wait to get one more. This is honestly the kind of thing where I'm probably going to do like a tiny bit and then go do something else that's more engaging and more fun. And then I'll come back and do a tiny bit more. And I'll just really space it out because this is just exhausting. It just gets so old so fast. Why I could not understand where they were for a second. Yeah, look at this. People keep coming over to where the ogre is, thinking that it's going to be there. Like, if they just made those engrams, like the one I just got, if they made those count, then we wouldn't have a problem, but they didn't. They still haven't made them count. Look, I'm still at 40%. Crazy, man. I don't know who in the right mind thought this was, like, a good thing to implement. And it's just so universally hated, they still haven't, like... Again, like, they buffed the spawn rate, but it doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter because, like, the drop rate's still terrible. And it's way too niche. I don't know why they didn't just make it any engrams earned in the Cosmodrome Skywatch. Or just in the Cosmodrome. I mean, I feel like that would be close enough. Or just open the loot cave up again, man. Just start spawning things. Like, at least then people could be like, oh, this is what hey, ha ha ha, isn't it funny? We have the same thing that we did 10 years ago. Like, at least that would be a thing. I don't know, man. Makes some kind of sense. Right now, it just feels pointless. It's like, what is this referencing? Because this is nothing like the experience it was in Destiny 1. Maybe post Loot Cave, this was similar. And honestly, I do feel like they should keep the enemy density once this thing goes away. Once this seal is no longer available. I feel like this enemy density in the Cosmodrome is actually alright. I think keeping it low for any activity, regardless of how low end the content is a nightmare. It's so boring when there's nothing to kill, you know. There's nothing, man. They're not giving me anything. It's exhausting. They could have upped the drop rate. They could have spun things in the loot cave like there used to be. Even if it was just like 3 guys that spawned every half an hour or something. Like, if they just guaranteed dropped 1 engram, that would be enough. Because then you could get the full experience where people would rubber band, you know, their right trigger and sit AFK for hours and hours. It's a real thing people did back in the day. Destiny players, since the start, I mean MMO players just in general, but since the start of the game's inception, really, they've found the laziest way to do something and have done it over and over, ad infinitum. I swear, the moment I get another engram, I'm just heading out of this, because this is getting silly. Like, none of these things are dropping anything. What's the point of upping the spawn rate if nothing drops an engram? I haven't gotten one in so long, dude. Like, oh my god, dude. It's crazy to me. It's just nothing. It's just so much nothing happening. Maybe I should just do the thing where I keep loading in and hoping that the ogre's there. Like, the yellow bars should at least have, like, a bigger chance or something. I don't know. Oh, we clashed. I mean, it's cute that they gave, you know, all those yellow bar knights so that you can get all these swords and whatever. That's cute, you know? That's fun. But I can't say it's really enough to make it worth it. Because I could just use my eager edge sword and it'd probably be more effective to move around. See, this is the thing I don't like. I've been talking about this for a long time. Bungie no longer respects, and I've only recently found the perfect way to describe it. Bungie no longer respects low-end content. They think that low-end content is just what babies do, and what new players do for 2 minutes until they get into the end game. Like, no, man. Low-end content is supposed to be there, yes, for new players, to be like, oh, here we go, we got one engram. Low-end content like this is supposed to be, yes, you spend a lot of time doing this as a new player until you get to the point where you can actually play end game activity stuff. But it is not the only thing to do. It's not the hard thing to do, but it's not the only thing to do. That's how it used to be. It's like, focus more on the end game content. Bungie, please, we need more end game content. But the problem is, Destiny 1 was great about low-end content, and even early Destiny 2 at times was pretty good. And not early Destiny 2 necessarily, but just several points throughout Destiny's history is there has been good low-end content. Seasonal content is not low-end content. Seasonal content is bad content. Objectively, if you're excluding all of the story, it is not that great. And I know if you say, well, if you exclude the story, none of the stories are good too. No, I disagree. I think there are a lot of good story missions that have been out there too. Just from a mission standpoint, from a storytelling standpoint, an environment standpoint, so like, yeah, you cut out all the cutscenes. Is it still worth playing? Yes, a lot of it is. I think so. The problem I've had is like, look at all these nooks and crannies on this goddamn map, this huge area. You know what there is to do here? Nothing! You know what you earn here? Nothing! There's nothing to gain, man. What's the point of doing patrols anymore? You don't get anything out of them. You barely even get glimmer. It's not even a good source for that anymore. You might as well just go do some other activity. You'll get just as much glimmer from that, which is fine. It's like some people are like, I just want to raid all day, every day. Okay, cool. But like, there's something about sitting there and mindlessly being able to just barrel through the Cosmodrome, like I've been doing here, but not so much in just this one area. More so like I'm traveling from spot to spot, you know, region to region, and I am, you know, obliterating all these enemies really easily, participating in public events and grinding out lost sectors and doing all that kind of stuff. But like, for some reason, it's so frowned upon. Not just to Bungie, but in the community as well. There's this idea that low-end content is a bad thing. When it's like, no, this is core Destiny. Like, what is a strike but a laid out patrol? like go specifically in this direction and there's a boss at the end. Oh, okay, cool. Like, that's essentially what a strike is. It's the same environment with a story, and you go through, and at the end of it, there's a boss. And it's great, and I love that. You know what? Why I don't like Battlegrounds is because you don't get that with the Battleground. The Battleground is like a totally separate area, totally separate instance. You're in like a zone that doesn't even correlate to any planetary location at all half the time. And then like at the end of it, you're fighting the same boss in the same arena as 2 other Battlegrounds that are all apparently just as good as a regular strike. They're all so unique. They're all so unique that they had to add in all 3 of them, even though literally the only difference between them is not even the final boss, because the arena's the same, but the goddamn, like, the layout is, like, the only real difference. But even then, you get to the arena, it's the same thing. Oh, what's the boss this time? Oh, it's a different race of the same enemy type as the other Battlegrounds. Oh, big deal, man. Like, oh, instead of fighting this Hive Guardian, we're fighting the other Hive Guardian. It's the same arena, though. You still have to fight Savathun for some reason. She still one-shots you in the GM variant of it, and we've never, ever changed that. Why, dude? Why are we doing this, man? And the reason why is obvious, and I've said it before, is because they made seasonal content because it made more money to sell it that way, right? We all know that. It's very obvious. So, like, yeah, they make seasonal content like that. It sells really well. Because, you know, people want to keep up with the story, and that's the only way to do it. It's Battle Pass, you know, monetization. It's typical stuff we've seen before. It's no big surprise. This kind of thing's happened all the goddamn time. But then the problem is, it's not fun. Baseline, it's not fun. And we realized after like 2 seasons, hey, this is getting stale. And then Bungie's like, no, I think you like it. I think this is good. We're gonna keep doing this because it sold so well. But then, like, after, like, 5 seasons, we're like, hey, we're really tired of this. And they're like, okay, we understand, but we've already made, like, 10 more seasons, so just bear with us. We're going to change it up as soon as we can. Lo and behold, like, 10 seasons later, we're sick of it, man. We're tired of this. We're like, can we have, like, a good game now instead of this? Planetary locations are being abandoned, man. Nobody cares about planetary locations anymore. And I don't think it's because the planetary locations are poorly crafted. I think it's because we've removed all incentives. I think all of it's gone. Planetary materials are gone. Okay, fine. Another, you know, currency gone. Dead and gone. I'm fine with that. We all said in unison. You know, but like, I don't think we realized what we were going to be missing. I don't think we realized what we really wanted. Because now there's no reason to go to a particular planet over another planet. But even then, why would you ever do a public event? All you're going to get is a purple item. Blues auto-dismantle. You remember when Blues didn't originally auto-dismantle? I'm not wishing for that to come back, but I need an alternative of reward. Upgrade modules? You know, not even getting any of those. No. No, we're getting enhancement cores. Okay, at least you can turn enhancement cores into upgrade modules for Glimmer. Like, okay, fine. Fair enough. Where do I get Glimmer from? Not patrols anymore. They don't give you Glimmer. Not that much. It's still probably the more fun of the grinds, but instead you just got to kind of, you know, grind out materials from you know, raids and stuff, you know? It just, I don't know, man. It's just, we've lost so much, man, and we've never gained anything to replace it. And that's the problem, is people are saying, I want this removed. And I think at its core, it's like, yeah, that thing is annoying. Let's have it removed. I think that's fine to think that, right? I think that's fine to have that idea in your head. But the problem is we never said what we wanted it replaced with. And the problem is Bungie never even thought about replacing it. They just said, okay, the community hates this thing. Let's get rid of it. And it's like, okay, but like, what's the point? There are no legendary shards. There are no planetary materials. There are no blues or even purples that are dropping anymore. You don't get any items when you do patrol. You don't get any items when you do, you know, a public event. You don't get anything. You don't get anything at all. You get Glimmer. Yippee, man. Yippee. Like, what are we doing, man? And patrols aren't even good for new players anymore. You just play through the latest campaign, and that's a much better system, man. Like, why would you ever in your life ever do a bunch of patrols until you're a high enough level to go be part of the rest of the content when you could literally do whatever the latest campaign is and level up for free? And you get story along the way. It's like, okay, yeah, this is a better system, relatively speaking. But what are we missing, man? The classic Destiny experience. And this isn't the nostalgia talking. This is just like, oh, I have knowledge of this. This used to be fun to do, but now it's not. What happened? That's the baseline. This used to be fun, but now it's not. What happened? That's what I'm trying to figure out, man. And I think it's taken me a while to put it into words. But I think Bungie just doesn't respect low-end content anymore. Regular strikes aren't important anymore. It's just GMs. You know what's crazy to me, though? They're thinking about adding, like, multiple different difficulties for Nightfalls again. Why? Give us the hard one and give us the easy one. We don't need anything in between. Maybe one in between if you're going to have any kind of, general thing. Nobody's ever going to do a low-tier strike that is not the lowest tier strike. Maybe a new player will, again, it's always like maybe a new player will do this like a few times, and then they will realize that the harder the difficulty is, the more the loot you'll get. There is no benefit to doing a regular strike over a GM right now. In Destiny 1, there was a reason to do a regular strike instead of a Nightfall. There were lots of reasons. You would get so many items because it would be faster. It would be faster and it would be easier. And anything that was unique to the strike itself, you could just do that over and over. And that was fun. But there's nothing unique to strikes anymore. We miss that. We don't have that anymore. I'm telling you, man, we're missing low-end content. It's an important part of the experience. And I think every MMO has had something like that. Where it's like, yeah, this is an easy thing to do, but does that make it bad? Does that make it worse than the hard thing to do? No, not by a long shot. And the problem is, for some reason, in the community, we think it's bad. In the same way, okay, look at it from the perspective of a PvP player. Is Trials the only game mode? Is competitive the only game mode? No. And in fact, you would probably argue that it's fun to do sixes every once in a while. It's fun to do Control. And Iron Banner, well, it used to be fun to do Iron Banner. You know? Before they filled it with the worst game modes ever created. Also, this guy's stealing all the kills with this Graviton Lance. You're very clever, buddy. I really need to get SMG kills, so please leave some of the enemies for me. Got stuck on nothing at all.
I have good news and bad news.
Give us the good news first.
According to the Vex, Targon has almost complete control over the local Vex Gate network.
Swear to God, this guy literally only shooting the enemies I'm shooting. Very annoying. Oh, the range on this thing is not great.
I did.
Would you like to peek ever? Hello? There you go. Jeez. It's so frustrating, man. Every single time I play, and I'm like, I'm missing something here. I'm missing something here. And even before this, expansion, this season, even before this era, I feel like there was something that was starting to be missing from this game, and I've been missing it for so long. And I think it's again, it's really sad, but I think the only thing, I think the way to phrase it, I only just realized. And again, that is that Bungie no longer respects low-end content. And I think not just Bungie, I think even the player base doesn't respect low-end content. I think people only view high-end content and higher difficulty content as being important or relevant to the game. And I think I've fallen into that trap and into that camp a lot before. I think I've made that mistake as well. That's on me too, I'm no better. I'm saying that as a community, I think we need to step back and realize, hey, we're missing something. We're missing an important part of the game. You might think like, oh, I'm so glad we don't have to grind out that anymore. But it's like, brother, grinding is the game. If you don't want to grind, you shouldn't be playing the game. I'm just saying that that's how it is. Even if it's like grinding out the raid or something that you would value as more valuable inherently, then fine. Like, like whatever. But like, any form of grind is inherently like a lot of trouble, right? hold on, let me gather my thoughts. What am I trying to say here? I miss having the casual grind, you know? Because like, yeah, I love raids, you know? And yeah, I love like, GMs, I love raids. And as much as I hate to admit it, like trials is very hard to do. Um, you know, I used to like PvP a lot more than I do now. I think it's really fallen apart in recent years, especially, but also I never really wanted them to focus much on PvP in the first place. So I'm not going to ever defend PvP, but, it does exist in the game in a similar means to the PvE, you know? But I think regardless if it's high end or low end content, sorry, regardless of if it's PvE or PvP, they don't care about low end content anymore. You know, it's just not on their minds, and that's frustrating because it's like, you go in and you do the weekly GM maybe, and then you leave. That's all you do for the week. You do the raid a few times maybe. I'd say anybody who wants to keep up with Destiny right now, the most that they're probably doing is, the weekly GM. They'll farm it for however long they need to until they get whatever the weapon is, right? And they'll do the raid maybe just once, maybe on each character, but they'll do the raid, whatever the latest one is. Maybe they'll do the weekly one if they're missing something from it. Maybe they'll do a challenge. Maybe they'll do master mode challenge. Maybe they'll just do a master completion. I don't know, man. Just like occasionally, some extra stuff here and there, but not all that often. But when they're done, man. There's no incentive for them to go, let me hop in some strikes. Let me get some regular strikes going. I need to grind out strikes, And I mean, just, look at the state of the game surrounding. You have to ask yourself, okay, people used to do that. People used to say, let me do some strikes. Let me run some Crucible. Not trials, not GMs, but strikes and Crucible. Let me do some patrols. People used to do that. People used to actually sit around and play patrols for hours, or at least for a good chunk of their play session. They would sit there and they'd be like, I need to get some patrols done. Why? Why did they? And, more importantly, why don't they anymore? And I think there are a lot of answers. And I think that's the worst part, is you can't say, oh, it's this particular thing. I think it's been, over time, there's been a lot. But I think it boils down to there is no incentive for the time put in. Because it is time. It's not necessarily a lot of effort. It's not necessarily a lot of brain power. But it's a lot of time spent. This game is a big time sink. Just like any MMO, any RPG, any video game at all. It's a big time sink. And they never got rid of that part. But they did get rid of the little things, Like, look at that. What did I just get? A Vanguard engram, an enhancement core, and 4 strange coins. Yippee, dude. Yippee. Engrams that I can go decrypt that aren't even a random item, so there's no reason to be excited about it. Strange coins, which I can only spend on the weekend, and I don't even have like 4 is not that much. You need like 40 just to get the engram, get the strange coin upgrade. And then enhancement cores. Yippee, I can use those to upgrade some weapons, even though all of the weapons I already like are already fully upgraded. If not, have you looked at how many I have? I don't need more. I don't need more. I guess it's fine to have a steady stream of more as I spend more. But what's the point, man? What's the point? So what did I gain from that? Well, nothing really. I'm doing this all for these stupid triumphs, man. Like, here's this one where I have to wear this armor that they came out with. And I have to wear this and do strikes or Gambit or Crucible, right? Okay, fine. And then there's this one where I just have to get kills with this particular SMG. And then there's this one where I have to get lots of kills in a row with an SMG. Not necessarily this one, but it helps. I can get both these done at the same time. And this. This is the other one where I'm sitting there in the Cosmodrome Skywatch trying to get as many kills as I possibly can. And what do triumphs do? That's a wonderful question, Hi. Not a goddamn thing. Now, these triumphs are for seals. Seals are a slightly bigger deal because it gives you a little title, you know.
Hey, it's the chosen one.
But like, how much do we really care?
Trying to save the universe.
Just the reef. Escaped prisoners are destabilizing the region.
Ha! Well, don't let me stop you. You want to kill the warden's servitor. Things gone wackadoo.
Prison of Elders welcomes.
Maybe instead of Onslaught, I should get the Incandescent perk selected. Maybe that'd be better. Of course, I don't know if those kills would count as kills for the SMG. I think they'd count as ability kills, so maybe not. Gone too far, and this guy's getting all the kills now. Oh, that's not the right gun. Oh well.
Combat subroutine called Challenge of the Elders.
Yeah, getting the multi-kills is a bit of a pain.
Let's move this prisoner transport. The cell blocks are up ahead. Tried to shut down the rail system to get us a clear path out. The warden's servitor cut me off. Watch for oncoming transports.
Incoming.
I wonder, besides Incandescent, what's the other perk? To the Pain? Ugh. Yeah, pass on that. Man, this thing's really not that great. Especially the moment you get like half an inch away from them, it's just like it's too far. Can I up maybe magazine size? Recoil direction's great. Oh, 3 extra shots. You know what? Whatever. We'll take what we can get. With subsistence procking, that might be actually substantial. It does seem to be a little bit better.
Next up is a cell block for the Vex. You ever see a Vex eat? Heard the creamy center's organic. I've been watching them from out here, but haven't seen it happen.
Come on, bud. Hold on. I think it's anti-barrier SMG. I should turn that on real quick.
kill or be killed.
Dude, I'm at 13 out of 100. So basically, you need to get rapid kills, is what it's saying, in a strike or crucible. Problem is, rapid kills in PvE content means 3 kills within like 3 seconds of each other. And as you can see, they love pairing enemies in groups of 2, but not 3. And also, this weapon really sucks at getting 3 kills instead of just 2. I have subsistence and onslaught on this thing, and it's just it is still not keeping up with most of the enemies. It's very annoying. They're all just a little too tanky for the third guy to die in 1 magazine's worth. So I have to, like, I guess I could try to dodge to reload, and that might help a bit. So I don't particularly love this situation. Also, having to fight teammates for it is never fun. Now, to be fair, this is a thing that's been out since the start of the season. I could have started this at any time. Okay, I think I made some progress. 16, okay, you know. Yeah, so instead of 300, it's actually, or it's 100 kills, it's actually like 300, really.
Round 2. Dismantle mines, yes. Or die.
There we go, that counted for sure.
Victory. Well earned. You face final round. A mighty cabal
Ah, come on.
challenge.
Like 1. Like, at the very end of the day, at least I'm getting progress on the 500 kills needed on the SMG in general. It's something, you know?
What do we have here?
You fought.
Open the chest, please. Thank you.
Your treasure awaits.
Looks like the trickster left you a present. I always hated her. But she made me laugh.
Whee!
That's the backup control room, where the warden's servitor keeps his closest friends and angriest inmates. Good luck.
On a lot of enemies here.
Is here. Judgment at all strategists.
Huge. Cabal strategist.
Thanks for your help out here, chosen one. So, hey, confession time. Spider asked me to get a crew together to take the prison back from the Barons, and you did great. So, I'll clean up behind you, and Spider will sell this place back to the
Whee!
Woken.
We want a cut.
I like your style, but you all already got a cut. It's right there in front of you.
Right.
Hey. Maybe I should be doing this on my Warlock or Titan so I can slowly get progress on the Threader bounties as well. Maybe that'd be smarter. Ah well. Too late now. Is there any reason why these don't connect? Why? Huh? What's the point? Trapping me in a gambit corner here?
Beneath the ruins of the Cosmodrome, in the shadow of an old colony ship, we've located the House of Devil's Lair, and the High Civitor, feeding them their strength. We must destroy this machine god, and send their souls...
I should get a sniper in here because I think there's something else to do with snipers. So that might be viable. Ooh, you know what? Let's grab Izanagi's just for no reason. Let's have some overkill here. Oh yeah, brother. Oh, dude, this is gonna be a great area to farm the SMG stuff. Oh my god, except he takes like 1,000,000 shots to kill. No, I didn't want to do that. Oh. Also, I thought teammates already ran ahead, so...
Fallen and Hive. Let's hope we can avoid the crossfire.
In for the thralls to be released. There they are. There's a few, at least. So I thought, like, this used to just, like, open up or be open and then they'd spawn or something. But now, like, They just kind of teleport from there, which is really weird. When it's very clear that they're in there. It's very strange. Maybe they just spawn here to punish you from camping in this spot. Maybe that's all it is.
Great. The way out of here is sealed. Pretty complex. I'll need time.
Oh, I dodged. That's right. I'm like, why am I not able to do my air move thing? But it's because I had already used the dodge cooldown. I'm dumb. Yo, dude. I'm getting a lot of progress in this one. I think when you already have the thing going, then like it continues to progress like a lot easier. Oh, good guy. Aw. Ah, oh my god.
I'm close. But just so you know, there's more fallen in hive on the way.
That had to have been a good amount of progress. Yeah, we're at 54. Nice. 54 out of 100.
Barrier is down. We can move.
Damn, dude. Like, this thing just runs out of ammo right before I'm about to kill things. It's so frustrating. But also, like, I keep fighting groups of guys, and, like, they'll take damage, and then a different guy will get in the way and take some of the damage, so I'm not getting subsistence to proc a lot of the time, very unfortunately. Let me reload that. Teammate took those kills. It's fine. You got a little bit. We're more than halfway on it. That's nice. Might actually end up getting that done before this, the one at the bottom there, the Among Friends.
The layer is up ahead, under that colony ship. Just on the other side of all those devils.
Okay, I know why I'm trying to get every single kill possible in this strike. I don't really know why teammate is trying to do the same thing. Okay, not really the guy I was after there, but okay. I missed a few bullets there, but even if I didn't, I think I would not have killed that guy. SMG is not the greatest, unfortunately. Oh my god, damage. God, my melee's killing everything. No, dude. running away. Come back. Oh my god, dude. There's no point in chasing that. Okay, well, teammates aren't like super far behind. I know there are a lot of things that spawn in this final room here.
So this is the Devil's Lair.
It's a whole lot better. A bunch of shanks. I don't mind that, man. Okay, I'd really like to get that kill so I can get. Oh my god, get off of. I'm literally gonna solo super this guy. This is so annoying. Just one random captain that I have to deal with for no reason. Oh no, my tornado's gonna kill everything else. Oh, I just wanted to kill the shanks, but the stupid captain wouldn't leave me alone. Everything's yellow bar, dude. I can't kill any of these with this SMG. That's so sad. Those are also all yellow bars. Huge. Alright, well, yay. Oh my god, he's just zooming around me. Shanks. Yes, we got Shanks. Let's go, dude. Get out of here. I didn't have honed edge. I forgot I had only 2 shots for a little bit there, so I didn't use honed edge yet.
Sepic's prime cast a great shadow over our city. With its destruction, the fallen devils will awaken. But we must stay vigilant. The fallen are crafty, and they will find ways to survive. They always do.
Light of a lonely star. Lonely star. Lonely star. I'm gonna turn my fan on. I was gonna leave it off because I thought it'd be cool enough today. It is not cool enough. I'm just not even gonna. 1 second. I'm even gonna turn on the AC. This thing's stupid. Never mind. I'm gonna leave the AC off because I think there's some windows open. So no sense in running AC with the window open. Ay. I think we'll go for a little bit longer here. I must be getting close to these, right? I'm halfway through on a lot of them. These are truly agonizing. I'm making good progress on the SMG one, actually. I thought I'd probably get this one done fast, but the progress on this is terrible, apparently. Hmm. Oh, okay. We're at final boss. Not quite what I'm after here, but it is what it is. A little bit of overkill. Never hurt anybody except for the guys that I'm overkilling. Ooh, Warbeast, come here. Oh, wait, they're yellow bars. Some of them are. Okay. Not all. Oh well. Well, not exactly the spot I was trying to shoot, but it's fine. He turned around randomly to go after me as I started to pull the trigger.
Location secured, Commander Zavala.
It's fine. That's actually good for the progress on the armor related thing for the 10th anniversary. So I don't mind that.
Oxa, and it's
Fast progress
seriously
there.
corrupted. Metadata says it was last accessed by an Otzot centuries ago. What is Oxa? And who is Otzot?
Keep getting best dressed commendation when I'm literally just wearing the 10th anniversary armor with the shader that came out last week. Gotta love it, dude. It's like the laziest set I've ever made in my life. Whee! Meow. Honestly, if I get done with the SMG thing, I will just probably stop doing the legend thing as well. Just because then I can. Sorry. That way I can just kind of move on. I think I'm just gonna be done. And I can also just do Gambit later. I'm already planning on doing some Gambit. Yeah. I haven't done this strike in a little bit. Feel like I keep doing battlegrounds, so it's been nice getting actual strikes today. Good little change of pace, you know. Okay, well that was cool. Oh, okay, well, not quite what I was after. Oh, dodge times 3. Guess I didn't have full ammo. I've only fired like 4 shots. Go, dude. So many thralls. Oh, that's so nice. That should help with the progress a lot. No! Oh. Oh well. Womp.
Look, back there. The path is unblocked.
You know what? Let me, just for the sake of it. Yeah. Double anti-barrier. It's just, I mean, it's more convenient. If there aren't going to be any chimps anyway, anti-barrier still lets you shoot through shields and stuff. So it just comes in handy, having it on all my weapons. Can't get it on my sword unless I'm radiant, but you know, it is what it is. Need 6 more multi-kills, and then, was that 65 more overall? Just kills? That's pretty good. Making good progress. This section, I'm not going to get, like, any, though.
These weird hive controls. I mean, how does this... Ah! There it is. Here we go. Let's moving.
Actually. Right back on board. Okay. Okay. It's fine.
Just a little hiccup. You can get that barrier down, right? Sure you
I didn't think he'd be able to two-shot me in the lowest tier of the activity, but apparently he can. So that's interesting. Time to get some revenge. Get bent. How do you like darkness subclasses, you light wielder?
Hey, you did it! Good job. Boat's on the move again.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think the last time I just sat here and actually killed everything. Not hopped around, not hid, and not waited for the boat to go. You know, whatever strategy was better for the GM, you know. Or whatever strategy my team was using, I guess I should say. Because most of those things are viable. It's just, you know, which one do you go for? It's a matter of what your team does. Uh-oh. Whee!
Finch, we're stuck again.
Seriously, but I did the thing. It's just this hive tech.
Exploding stone.
Okay, we're getting close to the swamp now. Temple's not far from here.
You said this is a temple to Oryx?
Yeah, that's right. Savathun's brother. The Taken King himself. Those two killed each other about 1,000,000 times.
And now you're not gonna try it when it's standing still?
Dedicated a temple to him. It's funny how that works. Now be careful here. Something happened to this place. It's overgrown with darkness.
I can sense light here, though. I just can't see it. Maybe there's a safe path through.
Yeah, we got one. Let's go. Ow, I'm dead. I took physics damage, so I was just gonna die eventually.
Looks like we're all clear, Finch. We're heading in.
Careful. The knight guarding this place? He's an old rival of Oryx, and he's no joke. Pretty funny that Savathun has him guarding Oryx's temple.
I'm almost done with that one as well. Yeah, 33, so that's 32 more kills. We're at 27-ish. I'm bad. 625. We should be able to get it done in this last section here. Favorite enemy faction? I think I just like the Fallen overall. Yeah, probably the Fallen. I mean, they're kind of a classic. They're a staple of the game, you know? I know technically all of them are, except for, like, I guess, Dread and Scorn and Taken. Those weren't the originals or anything, but, like... I think I like all of them for the most part. But I really like the Fallen. Just their aesthetic is very nice, you know? And there's just a lot of lore that just feels a bit more interesting than, like, some of the other classes or races where it's just like the Cabal and they fight wars and that's like it. It's like, okay, well that's cool, but like, I don't know. Dude, I can't, buddy, I need to hit this guy's head and you're just hogging all the attention right over here, man. I can't help you there. It's taking like no damage from this far. okay. Just jump back, I guess. How do you feel about that? Where's this ghost? Okay. I guess he's gonna respawn. Oh my god, dude. Oh, I'm so mad, dude. It's just like I was waiting forever for it to fire, and then he finally moved just as it gave me the ability to fire. So lame. I don't know. I like the Fallen. I like their. I like that the idea that at least two of the race factions, which I think for a while we only knew that the Fallen were like this, but the Fallen and the Hive, now we know, were both given opportunities from the Traveler in the same way that humanity was. And so it's cool seeing like, oh, you know, they could have been like us, and I think now we've even. You know, we've had the experience of, well, we know what a Hive Guardian would look like. You know, we've seen those. No, I need to get just like 2 more kills, dude. Leave the enemies up for half a second, please. Oh my god. Alright, well, I'll just go to a patrol and finish it off there. No sense in doing another one. Yeah, I bet we literally need like 1 kill. Very unfortunate. Yeah, literally 2 kills. Oh well. It's fine. It's not like I'm gonna get dead-eyed just by doing it. It's a cool sniper, just big sword. Yeah, it's just the ornament for Izanagi's, but Izanagi's already had like a sword sound effect, so it kind of had that theme, and then they gave it the giant sword look, which was cool, so. Yeah, normally, here. This is what it normally looks like, which is like cool, you know. It's another ornament for it that I have that I never use. Oh no, I guess this is for sale? Why is it like looking like I can equip it? Okay, weird. Anyway, but yeah, this is the ornament. Just I don't know why you would run any of the other ornaments at this point. Was it something I said that made you anxious? Yeah, it made you upset. Made you call me back at 3 a.m. just to tell me your thoughts. Was it something that I said? What a guy. Do these guys just get one shot by the snipe? Yeah, I don't even need to do it. I think I'm officially done with the SMG. dead of the night when we slept in the back of your car. And you left me with a pretty cool scar. Back to this. I don't think I'm gonna sit here and do this. I wanted to just get a few kills so I could get that progress on Deadeye. I officially only need the Gambit thing, which is huge. Huge news. Officially only need the Gambit thing for Deadeye, which is not even SMG related. Precision final blows and rapidly defeat commands at point blank range while using any weapon in Gambit. So 100 precision final blows and a lot of rapid close range. So just spam some shotgun shots. Apple sweater sitting in my room. I try to wear it, but it would smell like you. Sit in the back, and I think that we both know why. You wanna try? And I said I'd never speak to her. I wish I would've kept my word. There was something for snipers. Let's see if I can find that. Scout sniper linear bonus progress against guardians. Okay. Is it precision kills with these things, or is it a... Precision final blows, okay. Okay, apparently you can shoot through those stairs. I had no idea. Dude, what am I doing? I wish I learned how to track instead of just flick shot. I don't know why I ever thought flick shotting was like the only thing you could ever do with aim. Really would help me out. It's just heavy ammo. I'm gonna just get one more engram and then be done. Just... I can't look at his head, so he's not looking at me, so I can't get a single headshot. Someone's a dream, someone's a dream. Make someone to be,
Touchdown expected within the next minute.
someone to be. Oh my god, damage. Hello. I'm a little curious how they're gonna add in whatchamacallit, Icebreaker into the game. Because they've confirmed that Icebreaker's coming back. It was supposed to come back for the 10th anniversary, but instead it's just coming in for the dungeon from next episode. And it's like it's like, I don't know, this feels like a bit of a Hail Mary, like, oh man, we know that we're losing the audience. But at the same time, it's like, that's clearly not the case. Because, like, things don't just show up in development. They didn't just suddenly decide out of nowhere that Icebreaker's coming back. They probably decided that, like, months ago. But it still feels so weird, like, you know, who would have thought? You know, when the game is struggling, like, yeah, bring out one of the most popular weapons and try to get people back in because of that. You know? But also, like, again, back to the original topic of, like, how in the hell are they going to release this incredibly powerful exotic weapon? It's not craftable, because it's going to be coming from a dungeon, not an exotic mission. Oh my god, keep missing headshots. Let me just go here. Maybe this will be a better spot. To be. But I mean, literally, like, I was thinking about it as I was using the sky rifle, of like, man, sky rifles are just so ranged that there's just not really a good place for them. Unless you're doing the kind of content where you literally sit in the back of the map and do nothing, which was a lot more of what Destiny 1 content was, if I'm being real. Not necessarily how they designed Destiny 1 content to be played, but it's what players did. Is they got the most ranged items that required you to be in the fight as little as possible, and, you know, then they'd, you know, spam on whatever they could. Did not break that crystal, that's crazy. But like, you know, I started thinking about it, I was like, well, you know, snipers are like that too, but at least they take, you know, special ammo. But then I thought about it, I'm like, you know what? Didn't run out of special ammo was Icebreaker, because it literally, that was its whole point. And I thought about it more and more. I'm like, yeah, okay, so a sniper, which does incredible damage, especially if you land crits, but even if you just land a body shot, it still does a lot. With intrinsic, not just Dragonfly or Firefly or whatever, but literally like the equivalent of incandescent now. Maybe without the scorch afterward, but they're probably going to give it incandescent if I had to guess, as like an intrinsic. I need you to stop zooming, okay? There we go. But I mean, literally, a sniper rifle that not just regenerates all of its ammo over time, can't be reloaded. It literally just regenerates its 6-round magazine, one shot at a time. But on top of that, looks cool as hell. First of all, yeah, you know, get that out of the way. Looks really cool, but it regenerates ammo over time, and it has intrinsic Dragonfly without having to land a headshot. You could just get a body shot kill with it, and it would still explode. And the explosion did a decent amount of damage. Again, it was basically like more akin to incandescent, but because you just didn't have to land a headshot. But it was still, regardless, it was very strong. You literally, I mean, it was just such a weapon that encouraged not playing the game all that much. You just sit in the back of the map. I remember using it in Vaulted Glass. You used to sit in the all three of the first encounters, except for the door opener, all three of the first encounters, you could sit up top before dropping down. You could just sit up the top, and eventually they made it so you couldn't do that anymore, but that took a long time. You could just sit up there, way out of the fight, and just spam away with Icebreaker. And not participate in any of the mechanics, let your teammates just do all that. Oh, nothing here. I'm almost done with the calibration. I don't know if it's 1-to-1, like one snipe will get 1%. If it were, I'd be done right now. But I don't think it is. 99%. Okay, so need to keep trying to get snipes, and each one will get me a little closer to being done with this. I keep looking at that other guy, man. I just... There we go. Alright, we're done with that. Huge. That's one more seasonal challenge done. What am I tracking? That I don't need to track. These, okay. So those ones are literally just go to these planetary locations and do stuff. That's 5 that I can just get done really easily, but it will take some time. Because these can be a little grindy. Now, luckily, I've done a lot of progress on this one. Just, you know, basic overthrow. Overthrow's very rewarding. So that's no complaint of mine. But, don't have any progress on the moon, so I really gotta go for the moon. All the other ones I'm you know, I'm a third on this one. I'm, you know, what's that, 2/5 on this one. And I'm very, you know, 1/10 on this one essentially. So, yeah, it's rough. But, you know, if you average it out, I think it's about 30%, maybe. Yeah. Except for this one. That kind of ruins it. I mean, if you throw this one in, I guess it's fine. I could say I'm a third of the way through overall for all of these, on average. Ooh, okay. Well, we're done with the SMG thing. We're done with the precision thing. I mean, that's 5 to do. We have overall. We only need 9 more, but I mean, I think there's technically 16 more to do. It's just a matter of which ones I want to do. Yeah, so 16 more, minus that. There's 11 more. I think there were only 3 Gambit ones, which is surprising, but they really have abandoned that activity. There's that. I still don't know what a cooperative focused mission is, so that's cool. And there are a few Crucible ones. Hold on. Let me track anything related to Crucible, even the one that I'm never going to do, because it's going to go away before it comes back. Yeah, I think there's only like 3. There's 4. Okay. 3 Gambit, 4 Crucible. That's 7. And then 5, whatever is 12. 5 planetaries is 12 total. So we know how they're all split up. So the other 5 must just be, nothing. I'll add that guy. Screw it. Why not? Good day and happy birthday to everyone. Honestly, so true. You never know. Might as well say it every day. Oy. I think we made good progress on some of the more annoying things today. Some of the really tedious stuff. I think we're doing all right. Hold on, there was like there were a few PvP things. So there's this one. Hold on. There were 4 total we found. That one, was it all just like Arc, Solar, and Void? Was that it? Arc, Solar, Solar. So they have Solar twice. Oh wait, that's not PvP. I'm dumb. Okay. And actually, that's also not PvP. Okay. This one's the only PvP one, and then this is just Rift. Okay, interesting. So hold on, I may have gotten this all wrong. I just wish I could only see the ones I haven't done. I should really just open up Bray.tech. That'd probably be a lot better.
Back from the hunt, I
Oh well. You know what, honestly? Let's go gambling, dude. Haven't seen mine in a while. Always so happy to be, but not me. Let's go for the chess pieces. It's cheap. Let's see what we got. Probably nothing. Bad roll. Let's also toss all this garbage. Hold on, anything else on this? No. I think I'll pass. Fucking nice with you. Okay, not a terrible roll, but it does have 2 mobility, and I don't like that. This one's bad, though. Oh, it's so happy to be, but not me. Okay, maybe actually a better roll than my current, even if it's not a great roll overall. Let's check it out. Come to think of it, I think Great Influx was actually one of the ones that I needed a reroll of. Oh no, never mind. Yeah, it's like the same roll. Oh my god, it's almost exactly the same. All 3 of the first stats are exactly the same. And even the base stat total is the same. This new one has a better discipline, worse intellect, better strength. Honestly, I just don't care enough. That's a goodbye. Unfortunate. Also, there's a Titan thing that I forgot to buy from Zur, but also I didn't have enough strange coins, so I'd have to sit there and farm strange coins, and I really did not feel like doing that. Yeah, it's not really anything I need to infuse. Season's about to end anyway, and they're going to raise the power cap anyway, so really, infusion is not the biggest deal right now. I have seen some nasty stuff with Bacchus lately in PvP, just here and there. So get some upgrade modules and get that real quick, but we made some decent progress. Deadeye, we only have one more thing left to do in order to guild it. Yeah. I just need to start masterwork and stuff, man, because there's no reason not to. Man, they really did SMGs dirty with the backup mag. It's just like 3 bullets on every single SMG I have. It's like, hey, would you like 3 bullets? Yippee. Man, they really screwed it over. At least make it 30. Like, come on, round it out a little bit. Such a shame, really. I mean, I guess I'll get backup mag just so NVS has a little bit more to work with. Oh yeah. I think Hawthorne's got a thing for me. And I don't just mean that in a romantic sense. Ooh, an Eververse engram. Don't mind if I do. Just grab all these. Oh, that's weird. I was just bugging out with those for a little bit there. Guess I'll throw it on Bombardiers. They've been okay in the meta sometimes. Okay, so biggest things I need to do are Gambit. I need to look up to see if perhaps Gambit will be coming back as a bonus reputation thing before the end of the season, or no. Good old Antonio the ship. I've only gotten 100,000 times. Good thing I got it another time. What would I ever have done? Okay, hold on. Well, I'm gonna start writing these down just so I can see it better. Seasonal. Uh, we have Gambit. We have PvP or Crucible, I guess. We have more seed, or no, that's actually a planetary. So we'll write that down too. Planetary. And then I'll write Nightfall for this one. Okay, so let's just tally these up. This one we have 1 seasonal, 1 Gambit. This one we have 1 Crucible. This one we have 1 planetary. Even though it has the icon of seasonal. Anyway. This one is like, I have no idea. I'm gonna just write IDK. I think it's seasonal, but I'm gonna write IDK just for that one's sake. And this one's Gambit. Gambit or Vanguard. I'm gonna call that Gambit though, because I think there's gonna be more Gambit to be done than Vanguard. That's planetary. That's planetary. It's Gambit again, even though it's technically also Vanguard. It's another Gambit. And that's another planetary. And that's Crucible. That's Nightfall. Okay, so it's pretty obviously spread when I tally it up like this. 5 Gambit, with at least like 2 or 3 of them being technically I could do them in Vanguard. But I need to do a lot of other stuff for Gambit anyway, so I might as well just put that all under the same category. I'm sure I'll get it done at the same rate. So 5 Gambit, 5 planetary things. That alone I think would get me enough. Yeah, it would get me plenty if I just did those 2. And then there's 1 seasonal thing, 1 Nightfall thing, 2 Crucible things, one of which I don't know if I'll be even able to do because you have to do Rift, and Rift has not come back yet, and it's still not here. I don't know how I'm supposed to be able to do that. It's happened before though, so it's no big deal if I miss just this one, but it's still kind of scummy that they do that kind of time gating. And then there's that one that I just don't know. I have no idea what the hell. What was it? Cooperative company. Complete a cooperative focused mission. I'm sure somebody had, like, earlier in the season has figured out what the hell this means, so I'll just have to look it up. But yeah, that one is, yeah, weird. I've never heard of anything in the game referred to as this, so that's the only reason why it's like weird to me.
When do we get into combat?
Okay, so here's the plan. Yesterday I lied when I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go offline and then I'll totally be back on later." I was gonna, and then I really got distracted with something. And then it got so late that I was like, I probably shouldn't stream. I could just wake up in the morning and stream earlier in the day, you know, and I did that. I didn't stream at like 9 a.m. or anything, but, you know, a lot earlier than I usually do. I got Monday and Tuesday off for the foreseeable future at work during our fall and winter hours, so get used to that. I will probably be streaming a lot more during those days and only occasionally in the evenings. Now, back on topic, I'm going to end the stream for a little bit. I'm going to change channel categories. It's going to separate the VOD. It's just a better system overall. But I am going to end stream for a few minutes. Take a little break. Take a little breather. Maybe get something to eat. Except I actually kind of ate recently, so maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know how long I'll be gone, but I'll be gone for a little bit. But when I get back, I'm going to play some Deadlock. We will not be playing any more Destiny for today. Because there's not really anything to do anyway. Not all that much, at least. But yeah, that's it for me for now. I will be back. I swear I will. I'm not lying like I did yesterday. It's only like not even 5 p.m. yet. Just, 10 till, basically. So we got plenty of time. Oy. Yeah. I'll be back in a bit. I'll see you guys later. I guess, I don't know. It doesn't matter too much. I guess this will be the temporary outro song, Role Model by Phoenix. That's it for me. I'll be back in a little bit here.